How old is he?
Say 10 months.
10 months, and he's got Pick TV at 10 months old. Look at that. That's our brand new member of the Pick TV network, folks. He is so happy.
He is a good happy baby.
Wow. Go Pick TV.
We've all been hurt at some point, even abandoned. Many of us have done the hurting ourselves. We get to the point where we don't trust anyone, nor do we feel worthy of being loved by anyone. Then there's that one person who just doesn't give up on loving you. Their love is unconditional. Their love stays long enough for you to heal. And then they promise to never leave. That's love you can count on. God's love.
All right, everybody. Hello, America. It's back on. We're celebrating with my brother O from Chicago. Tell somebody on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, everybody. Pick TV Network, Hello America starts right now. We're beaming it in from Chicago from Brother O. Hey, Brother O, what's going on, bro?
Oh, nothing much, man. How you doing, Dr. Evans, man?
It's been a long time, man. You've been rocking and rolling, man, blowing up Chicago, man. Hey, Hello America's here. Brother O, let's get right into it, man. You got some beautiful guests coming on today, and we're ready for them, man. Let's who you got, bro?
Oh, yeah. So I got two wonderful entrepreneurs that I've had the pleasure of meeting. And so, yeah, it's just going to be a wonderful show today. And I'm looking forward to hearing about some of their endeavors, learning about some of the work that they've been doing and being able to share it with the rest of the world. So, Dr. Evans, thank you for allowing us to be here and to be able to have this show. So, without further ado, America, I want to bring up my two guests here, the entrepreneurs right here in the city of Chicago. So, first, let's start with you, Ms. McGill. Tell us about, who you are and about your first publication. How does your garden grow?
Okay. Well, first of all, thank you both for you all for having me, and welcome to everybody. And I have a total. I'm sorry. Now I get on TV and want to start coughing. But I have a total of 6 books. And my first book, entitled How Does Your Garden Grow? Cultivating a Life of Abundance, was published in 2017. In 2019, I had a journal created that goes along with it. That book was published after I started to examine my own life and comparing my life garden to a physical garden. The same things you need for a physical garden to grow and flourish and be abundant are the same things you need for your life garden to be healthy and abundant as well.
Okay. So I know that you are a fourth grade teacher, right?
Yes.
And where do you teach at?
I teach at McNair Elementary School over on the west side of Chicago in the Austin community. And it is at the corner of Austin at Cicero and Walton. And I've been there. This will be my 6th year at McNair Elementary School.
All right. And so I want you to just tell the audience about, how we met and the work that we've been doing so far.
Wow. I met Brother O through another poet. Because I'm an author, I'm around a lot of people that are in the arts, that are doing poetry, writing books, speaking spoken word. And last year was my first year having the Westside Literary Festival. Mm-hmm. Well, someone said, hey, I know a guy that does spoken word. You might want to reach out to him. He's also written a book to see if he may be interested in participating. So I reached out to Brother O. He said yes. And this year, July 29th, was Brother O's 2nd year participating in our 2nd annual Literary Fest. This year, we had more authors, we had more attendees, and we also had a backpack giveaway, which did increase our attendance, and it was an amazing event.
Right. Yes, it was. So tell the audience about what inspired you to have the Westside Literary Fest.
Wow, there's so many things. The first thing is initially I grew up as a reader. And funny backstory, my mother, we had one TV, and my mother would always watch Westerns. So there was only so many Westerns I was going to watch. And she would say, well, if you don't want to watch TV, just go read a book. So every day I just started reading books, and I became an avid reader. And then I thought one day, well, if I could read a book, I could write a book too. So as a child, I just started writing 5- and 6-page books every day. And my mother had a big pile of them. And every day she would say, okay, the book you wrote today, just add it to the pile with the rest of it. So she had a collection of my books. And then going forward, my grandfather, when I was a teenager, my grandfather said to me, you know, they always say if they don't want Black people to know something, to put it in a book. And that struck a chord with me. And I didn't know then that was a quote from Malcolm X, but I was so intrigued by that I would begin to read everything. So even now, at 50 plus, I'm a very avid reader. I teach my students to read. I teach my children and my grandchildren to take time every day to read something, because it does increase, it keeps your brain from getting settled and stale if you read something for at least 10 minutes every day.
All right, thank you. And so for everyone who is just tuning in, people out there in the Instagram world and for Facebook, this is the PIC TV Network's Hello America program with two entrepreneurs right here in the Chicago area. You just heard from Miss Bridget McGill, and also I have Miss Isha Wardell, and she'll be telling you about the work that she's been doing. I want to continue with you, Bridget. We were mentioning the fourth graders. Now, with the Institute for Nonviolence Chicago, where I work, you know, most of the work that we do is with adults, but sometimes we do work with youth. And I had to actually do a training with like 7th, 6th to 9th graders, which was a little bit of a different experience. What's it like being a fourth grade teacher? And why math, right? Because math, a lot of people don't like math. So what made you want to go into that subject?
Well, funny story. Last year I did teach sixth grade. For the second time I taught sixth grade. This will be my 10th year of teaching. And my second year I taught sixth grade, but I taught sixth grade social studies. And this year I'm going back into math. And math became my specialty because I was a person that didn't like math. But what I learned about math, the reason I didn't like it was because I didn't understand it. So I always strive to be the teacher that makes math make sense. And when math makes sense to children, then they do like it because everybody wants to be able to solve a problem. Everybody wants to be able to get to the answer. So although I've been invited to teach other disciplines, math is the discipline that is now my favorite, because when we can make math make sense to a child, then the world around them makes sense because they begin to put the pieces together the same way they do in solving a math problem.
And math is a universal language too. It's a universal language. No matter where you go in the world, you may not be able to speak the language of the person in that particular country, but one thing that they can all agree on is math. So that's why math is so important. One more question before we get to Miss Wardell. The Queen Within. Now that's the organization that you founded. Enlighten us on what that organization is about.
Thank you. And I do want to just backtrack 1 minute on the math being a universal language. The Austin community has a great population of the Hispanic population is growing. And it's one thing that all of the children are, that they become united and collective on, is the math. So you're you're on point when you say that math is a universal language, because even the students that cannot speak English, they're able to solve the math problems because, as you said, math is a universal language. So it's something that we have to promote even more, particularly in Black children, because if a child that's here that doesn't speak the language is surpassing a child that does speak the language, that says a lot. So please make sure, if there are any children around you that are in, 4th grade or lower, the thing I would encourage you is to make sure they learn their multiplication facts.
Yes.
Okay. As far as and just one thing, because I'm very passionate about math. When a child doesn't know their multiplication facts, it makes all the other math harder.
Yes.
When they do know their multiplication facts, math is so much easier, particularly in 4th grade. We start long division. Well, if you don't know your multiplication facts, division is that much harder to learn.
Yeah.
My organization, thank you for letting me say that. My organization, The Queen Within, I officially founded it in 2018, but I had it for a while. But I just went through the documentation to make it an LLC and get all of the state paperwork in order. And I founded this organization because I found a lot of women that didn't understand their worth. A lot of women, particularly women of color, we are conditioned to serve and to give. We wear with a badge of honor.
Yeah.
I'll give you the shirt off my back.
I'm strong.
Well, if I give you the shirt off my back, what's going to happen to me? I am now cold. So we have to learn to keep our shirt, teach the next woman how to get a shirt, and then we both have a shirt, and then we teach 2 more women to have a shirt of their own as well.
Come on.
Come on now. And we have to understand that our worth and our confidence is 2 different things. And I really strive to help women understand that
Mhm.
your worth is not based on external doing,
Mhm.
it's based on your internal being. And we find a lot of our worth in what we do for people and how we serve people and how we give to people and pour into people. But if I never did anything else, and you either, Miss Isha, if we never did anything else for another person the rest of our lives, guess what? We are still so very worthy. So we use yoga, transformational writing, and going through different exercises with our books and coaching is how we get women to the state of understanding their absolute internal worth.
All right, thank you for that. And for everyone, because there are people that are joining us from Instagram. I think we got a few people from Facebook as well who are joining us. This is the PIC TV Network, Hello America program. I have two entrepreneurs, Miss Bridget McGill and Miss Isha Wardell. And so what we're going to do is we're going to go to commercial break. And then when we come back, we're going to talk to Miss Isha Styles Pro Wardell. So we're going to commercial break. Don't go anywhere, anyone. Also, you can tap in at the PIC TV Network's Facebook. We're live there as well. So see you guys when we come back.
They say your eyes are the windows to the soul. They're also the windows to your health because they let eye doctors see what's going on inside. Think about this. A comprehensive eye exam can be an early detector of serious health problems like high blood pressure, heart disease, stroke, and diabetes. Shouldn't you see your eye doctor yearly? Go to thinkaboutyoureyes.com to learn more and for a list of local eye doctors. It could help save more than your vision.
Hey, 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 hey. It's Kid from Kid and Play. Hey, everybody. This is your man, the KID. And this is big. I want everyone to download the PIC TV, P-I-C, PIC TV Network on your Roku search bar. Okay? My brother David Evans is growing PIC TV fans, and I want us to help my brother reach millions of followers. Millions. Click and play www.thepictvnetwork.com. That's www.thepictvnetwork.com. Come on now. Expand your mind. Expand your life. Huh? PIC TV Network. KID. Come on. Let your mind have a house party. Let go. Think about it. Think about it. You better think about it. Check the PicTVNetwork.com. Enjoy yourself. I'll see you at the top.
Hey everybody, my name is Patricia Frudenberg, also known as Patty. I am the CEO of Miss You Graham and the proud team member of the PIC TV Network. I am the New York business manager, also part of the news team on Channel 1000. We welcome you to come celebrate the 1 year.
folks. Hello, America. We here at Pick TV Network with Brother O from Chicago. We're celebrating a lot of love. Brother O, we're back again, man. I know you got another powerful guest on. I really enjoyed the queen who was just on and their educational background. Amazing, man. This is what Hello America is all about. Education, information, transformation. This is it. Brother O, come on, take us back.
All right. Thank you, everyone. This is Orion Meadows once again for the Pick TV Network. And this is the Hello America program. Today, we are interviewing two wonderful entrepreneurs. Our first entrepreneur that we interviewed was Miss Bridget McGill. We are on Facebook. You can go to my Facebook, Orion Meadows, and go live there. Comment. Also, the Pick TV Network Facebook. You can go there. You can watch live. You can comment. And I'm live on my Instagram account, Orion_Meadows_. And we actually do have some people who are tuning in and who have commented. So without further ado, we have Miss Isha Wardell. So I had the pleasure of meeting you recently. Tell them about our encounter, how we first met.
We were at the National Naturals Hair Expo, and I was a vendor there. And you did a phenomenal piece. I think it was so many different artists, but you were one of the two artists that I actually did like a video of. It was so powerful. And the way that you displayed, I don't want to say your pain, but that's how we make poetry, through our trials and tribulations. And the way that you conveyed your message, it was absolutely amazing.
All right. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So, and the irony is that I was at a hair show and I bald, right? So,
it was bigger than the hair show.
Yeah. Okay. So what was it like for you when you received recognition for your salon located in Poston?
Oh my God, that was amazing. I've been a hairstylist since 1996, probably before that, because, it just woke up in me. My grandmother was a hairstylist, and I just love that it woke up in me. So to be acknowledged through voting, someone taking the time to go and vote for me, and even being nominated, someone took the time to even nominate me. And it was so amazing. And I was just overwhelmed with joy, because it was like someone sees me, and someone sees my work, and it's more than someone, everybody sees me and everybody sees my work. And I'm able to say award winning and not be, just blowing a lot of smoke up nobody, but actually award winning. But I'm glad, because I pride myself on being a good example and being outside of the norm when it comes to experiencing me as a hairstylist. And I'm so outside of the norm that they expect to be late and not service right and all this other different stuff. And the fact that I don't do any of that, oh my God, I should have won it sooner, but we ain't gonna talk about that. But I was able, and I really appreciate it.
So, and I usually do introductions, but today I really just wanted you all to talk about what you do in your business, because no one knows more about what you do in your cause than yourself. So go ahead and tell them about Styles Pro Glow.
Okay, so it's Styles Pro Extensions and Wigs, which is a 5-star salon on 147th and Posen, off on the south suburbs of Chicago. And then it's Styles Pro Glow, which is a website for fashion, accessories, and things of that nature. You can have the most phenomenal business when you are a one-stop shop. And if I can give you services from head to toe, and you are really at the top of your game when you leave me, I mean, it's phenomenal. Like Bridget was saying, showing them how to get the shirt. Come choose the shirt from me, please. So it's really phenomenal. I love Styles Pro Glow. Was created about 7 years ago. I've been modeling for 7 years. In 2015, I won the Voluptuous Diva pageant. And from then I started modeling with a fabulous brand, Michelle House of Design. And it just grew from there. We did Ashley Stewart. I model a lot for another brand, Curve Culture, which is called Culture's Closet, Lane Bryant, all those different establishments and businesses. And it's really fun. It's really fun. So I love fashion because we speak through fashion and people see that before you even open your mouth. You know what I mean? So it's like, let's make a statement if we're going to do it. For sure.
Later about your modeling. So you actually beat me to the punch. So let's just go ahead and continue with that. How does modeling differ from the other aspects of your business?
You know what? It does not differ. It kind of like all blend together because statement. Your hair makes a statement. Your fashion make a statement. And when you're on that runway, you better make a statement, especially if you want them to, call you back and do it again or what have you. And for me, being a model and being on the runway, like Bridget said, it's for me, it's like journaling. It's like, say if I had a stressful week and that week ended with me doing a photo shoot or something like that. It's like everything that I may have went through the week, probably due to preparation for the event, it all is left on the runway. And I feel like a totally different person. With any entertainment, and you probably feel that way when you're doing your poetry, it's just like letting it all out, and so I let it all out on the runway through the fierceness and the beauty and helping others get prepared for them to even come out on the runway. Because it feels like, it does feel like a sisterhood, and there's some men in there that model as well, but it feels like one big sisterhood. And the focus is getting out there and strutting your stuff and looking beautiful.
So what was it like being because I know that you're a mentor, right? And you don't talk as much about that. But what is it like being a mentor for those aspiring to find success in your field?
You know what? It can be difficult at times because school teaches us how to think. So you have to teach them how to think on their own. And when you have to teach them how to think on their own, they so hell bent on what they were taught that they don't want to let that go. They don't want to believe or understand that it's really your gift that has you out here. So however you present your gift, that's how you're going to build the value. That's how you're going to, put it out there for people to want your gift. You know what I mean? It's the packaging. You are the packaging. Either way it go, because you are an entrepreneur, and some don't even believe that they're even entrepreneurs. That's why I like to take them through the steps of creating an LLC. No, not through let's go online. No, we're going to go down there to on Washington and walk in the secretary building, and you're going to fill out the paperwork, because all that is birthing your business. And with anything, with businesses, there are babies. And when you birth them and see them come to life, like my business is only 20 years old. You have businesses out there that have been out for 130 years or something like that. And for my business to live beyond me, it's going to be through my mentors and who I teach and how they wake up their gift in them and go on and on and on, because teachers leave an impact. You know what I mean? Because you can always remember that one that made you. You know what I mean? Do or think or turn the curve in any type of way. And I definitely want to be that.
Okay, and here's a question that I hadn't even originally thought of, but it just came to mind. So, how important is branding?
Ooh, branding is so important. Let me tell you, it's so important because it's like your signature. You know what I mean? Like and I'm not saying this is what the color that you wanted in the room behind you, but the color on your wall looks like the Tiffany color. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like if you don't see when you see that color, it reminds you of Tiffany. You understand what I'm saying? That's a luxury brand. So it's either the color, the way that when we see the red with it don't even have to have the word, and then the blue on the bottom with the circle, we all know that's Pepsi. You know, it don't even have to have Pepsi in the middle of it. We know that that's Pepsi. And branding is so important because it's a stamp that leaves the mark. Now, how are you going to impact with your branding? Because some branding you run away from when you see it. You know what I mean? I don't deal with too many that I run away from, but it's some out there that people don't deal with at all. You know what I mean? It's even crayons. They only like Creole, and there's 12 different type of crayon packages out there, probably more than 12 to get, but people only know Crayola. You know what I mean? It's like, oh my God, it's so important, and positioning it and how you help people. And I mean, just everything goes into branding. It's your recipe. Everything goes into branding.
Right. And so while we're speaking of branding, I want to see if you've been paying attention, Miss McGill. My tattoo. What tattoo do I have on my head? You've been around me a few times, man.
I can't see your tattoo.
You've been around me. You ain't seen the pie? I got a pie. It's the pie symbol. It's the pie symbol.
Really? Okay.
Yes. I got a pie symbol. And the reason why is because they say that the Egyptians, it's Kemet, that the pyramids, that they had an approximation when they measured it of pi.
Mm-hmm.
So that was, so that was something that I felt like would be kind of cool to get. So you're a math teacher, that's why I threw that out. You should have seen that. You being a math teacher, like, because a lot of people they really like don't see it, or they don't know. But some people that really, oh man, that's the pi symbol. And then, but I just had to throw that out there since we were talking about branding. Okay, so now I'm going to go to some questions that I actually have for both of you, right? So let's start with you, Isha, and then you can answer it, Miss McGill. Tell us about where you're from and what your upbringing was like. So you go first, Isha.
Well, I'm from a small town in the south suburbs. It's called Robbins. My upbringing was pretty difficult. It was difficult due to the choices my parents made in their life. And, as a kid, you really can't control anything. But I moved out of my mother home at 16 years old when I realized that I was with child. And I've been on my own since 16. And God has been with me to be introduced to beautiful people in the community that held my hand through it all. Yes, they opened their door saying, you can come live with, but I never lived with anyone. God has always given me, I know that it was nobody but God. Through everything that I have been through, from rough streets and figuring out my path in life, loss of a child, through sudden infant death, my significant other being in a terrible accident with, and losing his father. It's just like adversity after adversity after adversity. That's why, when she stated that we have to journal to get things off our back and all of these different things to help with getting through adversities, I can say that I don't look like what I've been through growing up. A lot of great people have come out of Robbins, from Dwayne Wade to Keke Palmer and things of that nature, and myself. So, but it was really tough growing up out there. It really was. Okay, Miss Bridget.
You're muted.
Okay. All right. First of all, I think I want to just thank you, Miss Isha, for sharing that, because I do come from a background of some pretty strong adversity My mother and stepfather divorced when I was pretty young, maybe about 10. And then somewhere along the way, I was still in high school, my mother became addicted to drugs. And me, as the oldest, had to just step in that role and make a decision to try and keep life as normal as possible for whatever normal was at that time. Making sure that my siblings still went to school and that we were without anything. We never experienced being homeless or anything, but the trauma of having to step into a role like that so young, it just stayed with me. And again, as I said earlier, those are different traumas that impact us later, and we have these behaviors and we don't even realize how deeply seated those behaviors are. But I'm from the West Side. When I got married, I moved. I lived downtown. I lived in Oak Park, but I am back on the West Side now. I love the West Side. And one of my commitments to the West Side is I shouldn't have to go to another community to experience anything. We have enough resources and people in the Austin community that we can do everything we want to do. So another child that's growing up in a home where there's drug addiction, I know the success that they can have. It doesn't have to hold you back. It doesn't have to be your story just because it was your mother's story or your father's story. And as you said, we choose that.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I went to Taft High School, and then I went on to college. I graduated from Northeastern, but that background was pretty rough, but we made it through it.
Oh yeah.
We made it through it, and it teaches you when you come from a background of adversity, you make decisions earlier about what you want to do and what you do not want to do.
Indeed.
Okay, and I'm glad that you talked about adversity, because what we're going to do is I'm going to ask both of you this last question, and then we'll go to a commercial break and then conclude. But before we do that, everyone who has just tuned in on Facebook and Instagram Live, this is the PIC TV Network's Hello America program. And we have two entrepreneurs here, Miss Bridget McGill and Miss Isha Wardell, also known as House Pro. And the question that I have is, since you were talking about adversity, has the life of an entrepreneur been what you expected to be? Right, that's the first part. And what are some of your greatest triumphs? And what were some of the lessons of your adversities that you learned along the way? I know it's a lot. Hope you can remember that. And if you need assistance, I'll go back over that. But hopefully you can remember all that.
Would you like to go first, Isha?
Sure. Financial literacy is an adversity when coming into entrepreneurship, because we don't understand personal finances and business finances. And once you realize that because you don't have a W-2, you have to create a split in between those two. But finding the information to understand how to create the split was how I got through that. And again, when you find the information and you exercise the information, you gain the strength and the knowledge. And then you got to go combat another beast, which is, where can I get funding to keep my business going? So overcoming was finding more funding through creative finances. Yes, by having sales where I really don't put my services on sale. I don't, but I definitely make sure that my client get $1 worth. So creating an environment that demands high value, or what have you. And I say demand because when people walk into my business, which was created through the financing, I don't want people say I want to make $100,000 a year, not tooting my own horn, understanding the finances, and from reading it, I make about $120,000 a year, but that's nothing. That is nothing in this world when you have to pay double bills and all of this other different stuff. So understanding your finances, how to put them in order for you to be able to go out there and get the loans. And well, it's really difficult to find grants, but definitely to get the loans from the local banks, because if you don't have your finances in order, meaning your cost paperwork and your monthly incomes and expenses, and how it's not reflecting the same, your house bills and that cannot be commingled at all. And they need to understand that, or that will block them. And when it's not commingled, you can go in there with confidence and put that paperwork on the table and tell them to give it to me, because you have the paperwork in order. So really understanding and setting up my finances was the biggest adversity of being an entrepreneur, and finding funding to keep it all going.
Okay, and Joyful Katie, she's watching on Instagram. She said that you're right. I don't know what part she was saying you right about, but yeah, she said you're right. She probably said period too. That's y'all. That's saying period. All right, go ahead, Bridget. You want to answer that?
I absolutely would just ditto everything Isha said, because that is, you can't commingle your home finances and your business finances. You have to have the separate accounts. You have to work hard at finding who will support you or who will partner with you. And even when you get the grants, you want to make sure that you use the grants to make more money. You don't want to just get the grants to, okay, I'm going to take this grant and spend it all on this. No, you want to make a plan for the grant and how do we make more money with the grant. You have to have your paperwork in order, because when you miss a deadline, it costs you. When you don't have your paperwork filed correctly with the state, you pay fines. So it's a matter of organization, keeping the dates in order so that you don't fall behind on anything, because again, falling behind is always going to cost you something. And making sure to partner with people that have the same goals that you have. We use, again, yoga and transformational writing and coaching. So I probably shouldn't be partnering with cigarette companies for different events. Now, if they want to make a donation for an event, absolutely. Someone donated the backpacks that we just used, that we passed out. That was donated by another educational company. So we have to just make sure that all the finances are in order, our paperwork is in order. Partnerships is great, but you do have to be very focused and intentional about who you partner with.
Indeed.
Period.
That goes back to what we were talking about earlier about branding, right? The people that you partner with can impact your brand. So with that being said, everyone, this is the PIC TV Network. Hello, America. And I am Orion Meadows. Thank all of the people out there all across the world who are watching us. Argentina, Brazil, so many different places around the world where people are tuning in. And let's see, Panama, Mexico, Colombia, France, Canada, Ireland, all these different spots. So, and don't be afraid to donate to the PIC TV Network. We are a new network, and we're trying to grow, and so that we can continue to provide you with this content, with entertainment, but also with information that can help you, such as if you want to be an entrepreneur, if you want to learn how to be a better writer and so forth. So yeah, as you see that right there, the scan, you can scan that code right there. and you can donate. So we're going to go to a commercial break, and then we will come back and we will conclude. I got a couple questions for you guys that I want to ask you and have you guys answer. And I use these cards. I use these in my trainings. So I just went during the last commercial break, and I just thought, like, you know what, I'm gonna bring these just do something different. So stay right there, everyone, and we'll conclude with this program when we come back out of commercial break.
All right.
They say your eyes are the windows to the soul. They're also the windows to your health because they let eye doctors see what's going on inside. Think about this. A comprehensive eye exam can be an early detector of serious health problems like high blood pressure, heart disease, stroke, and diabetes. Shouldn't you see your eye doctor yearly? Go to thinkaboutyoureyes.com to learn more and for a list of local eye doctors. It could help save more than your vision.
My new single, Queen. Currently a top 10 record. We're going for #1, Love, Sex, and Passion. It's dedicated to all the women, whatever your walk of life is, your color, your creed. You're my queen. Oh, yeah, yeah. You're a nurturer and a superwoman. You're every daughter that becomes a mother. You can be my rock to the highest mountaintop. From my head to my toes, to cherish, love, and hold. You're my queen. Oh, yeah, yeah. You gave birth to all the land. You're the backbone of every man. You're my queen. You wear the crown and wear it well. I hold my head high so you can tell. You're my queen. My queen. Ooh, you're my queen. Yeah. Yeah. Forever.
I love America. Got you one more time, Brother O. Brother O, I know you know who's playing that song right there. Why you smiling like that, boss?
I'm laughing at you, man. You trying to show out, man. So I got
Come on, man.
You weren't even gonna use that commercial at first, man. You won't even use that commercial.
I ain't gonna get this. You take it to another level, man. I'm gonna bring you back in with these queens, man. They ready to jam there, though.
All right, everybody. We're back with the Hello America show on the Pick TV network. We're live Instagram, and also we're live on Facebook. So, I have some questions for you guys. So, who wants to go first? Who wants to go first?
I will.
You'll go first. Okay.
Sure.
Let me see. Yeah. What is the #1 solution to healing the world?
Love.
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 Love. Okay.
Love.
All right, Bridget.
I would,
What was the
I
last
would agree
thing?
with
No. That's not yours. You can't. You can't take that one. You
Oh,
can't
okay.
answer that one. Now you got to answer this one. That's why I did
Okay.
that. Who want to go first? Because you're not gonna know. You ain't gonna know.
Okay.
What was the last thing that made you laugh out loud?
What you just did. Let's see. I have a 1-year-old grandson, and he slept in the bed with me last night, and I turned off all the lights so he would just go to sleep. And he kept crawling over to me, and he was pulling my eye open to see, is she really asleep? Like, what's going on in here? And that made me laugh out loud.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right. The next one. Let me see. I'm gonna stick with you, Bridget. What things in life should always be free?
Kindness is a huge thing to me. Grace, we do not give each other enough grace. It's always the I told you so rather than the I saved the seat for you, sis. Kindness and grace are huge. Those things should be free.
Okay. Isha, what can you do today that you were not capable of a year ago?
Give loyalty. Give loyalty. And it's because I can say that because I'm quick to leave, especially when it doesn't go my way. So it kind of like goes into what Bridget was saying, grace. You know what I mean? And I didn't give people grace because I had I never gave myself excuses for making it happen, being a single mother and, out here and out here. So when you can't make it happen, I don't care what we done been through, I'm gone, and that kind of goes into how loyal you are to a person. So now my loyalty level is way higher than it was even a year ago.
Okay. Isha, what can someone do to grab your attention?
Be themselves.
Be themselves.
Yes. Because it's so many replicas, and you can tell a replica because either they look awkward, but the original always has an aura about themselves. And when you're originally and authentically yourself, it's like a different spirit radiates off of you. It really does. So people who are original, that's how you can get my attention. Like wearing an outrageous color or even wearing your face, like the tattoo that you have on your head. And even though I didn't see it, but that's like original. Like what? Who puts a pie chart on? You know what I mean? On there, you know what I mean? That's original. So being original, because that's part of the branding of being who you are. Everybody don't want to be themselves for some strange reason.
Okay. Bridget, what did you learn recently that changed the way you live? What did you learn recently that changed the way you live?
a new level of patience. A new level of patience has helped me to look at people and take one more step in thinking, why does this person act this way? Why do they behave this way? There's a level of patience that you need to just stop and think about the next person rather than be so quick to judge them. Oh, she is getting on my nerve. It takes patience to stop and think, why is she acting like that? What's in her background that makes her come in this room and make sure she's speaking louder than everyone else?
Right.
There's something behind that.
Yeah.
Patience.
Okay. Thank you. And this is the last one. And so this is for both of you. You answer it first, and then you can go ahead and take us out, Isha.
Okay.
What is the best advice you have ever received?
To take my time and make sure that whatever rules I make, that I've decided to make it. It wasn't somebody else's decision. It was my decision. Whether I messed it up or not, it was my decision.
Yeah. And, you know, for me, it was measure twice, cut once. So measure twice, cut once means make sure that you're paying attention and it's exactly what you need to be doing. So when you make that decision and you make that move, that's it. So you measure your movement and make sure it's what you need to be doing and what you want to be doing, and then make the move. You know what I mean? And then everything else that unfolds is God's will. But measure twice, cut once.
Okay, all right. So that basically concludes our show. But before we go, I will give you an opportunity. I know, Isha, that you have something coming up soon. But go ahead, talk about that, and then go ahead and plug yourself. Anything that you would like people to know about your business, upcoming events, and so forth that's important.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Great. Well, I'm having a wig and wine event at my salon, and it's to talk about the importance of proper wig fitting and hopefully get a couple of people to purchase some wigs from my salon, or to talk about alopecia and things of that nature. I'm also doing a back to school event in Harvey where I'm going to be doing hair for the community with my prayer group, Pretty Girls Pray, and that's on the 19th. And the wig and wine event is on the 16th. And those are the only two events that's coming up in August for me for the remainder of August or what have you. And you can follow me on, let's say, IG at Styles Pro Glow. Yeah, Styles Pro Glow, because the other one is Isha Styles Pro Wardell on Facebook. But I like Styles Pro Glow on Instagram. And that's that.
Okay. I actually just had two big events back to back. July 29th, we had the second annual Westside Literary Fest. And then this past weekend, I was at the Black Women's Expo with my literary group. So the final event that we have for September, I have a group on Facebook called The Queen Within. And we're going to be doing a month of studying out and examining the woman with the issue of blood. Every year in September, we do some type of event because September is the birthing month. So if you would like to join the group, Isha, it is The Queen Within, and there'll be a daily study and devotional in the month of September regarding the woman with the issue of blood.
Okay.
All right. And so everybody out there, you heard that. There are still people coming in, but unfortunately our time is up. So you can watch this again on YouTube, the PIC TV network. Subscribe. You can also donate to the PIC TV network. We are Black owned, and we're growing, we're expanding. So we would definitely appreciate that so that we can continue to provide you with programs such as this. Let's see what else we got going on. So you could follow me, everyone who's out there, at Orion Metals, like the constellation ORION MEADOWS on Facebook. Instagram is ORION_MEADOWS_. And I think that's about it for me. Dr. Evans. And thank you all for joining us today.
I want to thank Brother O again for one of the #1 shows on Pick TV Network. Alexa, play Golden Time of Day, Frankie Beverly. You know, because man, you started smiling, man, when she started playing this song. You was in a different zone, man. I haven't seen you like that, brother. Oh, when I played Frankie Beverly and Maze, man, you was you were about to go off, man, and jam for a little bit in jail. So Alexa, play Frankie Beverly and Maze, Golden Time of Day. Let's see.
Here's Golden Time of Day by Maze and Frankie Beverly on Amazon Music.
There you go, man. That's for you, brother O. Hey, everybody. Hello, America. But my main man, brother O, from Chicago. He's a Frankie Beverly and Maze fan, and we thank God for all of you guys. Pick TV, hello, America. Thank you for the guests, everybody. Brother O, you did it again. Hey, we'll be right back with some final closing words from me and Brother O. Right after this, don't touch that down.
Timmy, man, I'm popping with good vibes because the PIC TV network is on Roku with free channels. I want everybody to help my bro David Evans and PIC get it. Love.
Shout out to PIC TV network. Check them out. Black owned and operated. Let's support each other. I'm Zeke with the Universal Circus. I'll be tuning in. Shout out to PIC TV network. Check them out. Black owned and operated. Let's support each other. I'm Zeke with the Universal Circus. I'll be tuning in.
Yo, what's up? This bruh man from the fifth floor. Yo, look at here. Y'all need to support the new Coaching World channel on Pick TV Network. It's all that. I mean, go to www.watchpicktv.com. That's PICTV.com. It's all that. So spread the word. You know, the new Coaches channel. That's Pick TV Network. www.watchpicktv.com. You know, my dude, man, David Edwards is the president, all right, of the Pick TV network. So let's support him. You know, Pick TV, all coaches need to be off up on this here channel. I mean, it's like money in the bank. Matter of fact, it's like served sandwiches in the bank. All the served sandwiches that you can eat. Watching PickTV.com for the coaches. Peace.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Said the Entertainer. I want y'all to check out Pick TV Network. That's right, Pick TV Network. They got 60 free channels on Roku. This is dope. They also started the brand new Coaching World channel at $9.89. So if you are a content provider, you are a young business with an opportunity to build a platform where you can have your own show, do some programming, check out Pick TV Network on Roku. They got over 60 free channels for you to check out and also grow a business. Go and see them now. See the content. See what they have to do. Learn something. Check them out. All right? Pick TV Network. That's what I'm talking about.
Everybody, Brother O from Chicago. Hey man, love you, dude. I mean, this is my main man. This is my brother, my builder of this Hello America and Prison Freedom Channel. Brother, I know we gotta go, man, but man, that was a great show.
Yep, definitely, man. It was my pleasure. I had been planning to have those wonderful women on here for a while, so I'm glad that I was able to have them and for them to be able to speak to our audience and tell them about their experience and the wonderful things that they're doing. So.
Man, we're growing like wildfire, man. Pick TV Network again. Brother O beamed it in from Brazil, France, Colombia, Mexico, Panama, Paris, Peru, Argentina, Egypt, Canada, Ireland, West Africa, United Kingdom, Australia, Belgium, United States, popping in through Roku with interpreters from around the world. Man, this is amazing, man. The media coverage that we have is just growing like wildfire. Man, I was blessed, and you already know, to do media coverage with the Vice President, Kamala Harris. That just took our network to a whole different level to do the media coverage, man, in Washington, D.C., on the stage with the press team and Pick TV Network, man. We are growing, and I love you so much, boss. You got another award over there, man, for your show of the year, man.
Oh, yeah? Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yeah, you got a lot going on, man. So we're going to close this show out. We're going to come back, me and Brother O, one-on-one after this, folks. So don't go nowhere. We'll be right back after this.